So in this video, it's going to be really raw and authentic. I'm not really pausing, but I'm going through a presentation to show you what the UMP, Unique Male Performance Club and Program is about, talking about my journey, where I've came from and why I developed this program, and showing you a bunch of guys that I've worked with where I've completely transformed their physique and their mindset. But also with that, it comes with them like chasing their goals in their career, doing better in their career, making more money, finding amazing, impactful relationships. And it's just so awesome. So this video is 25 minutes long. If you don't have 25 minutes and you're just like short on time, come back, okay? If you do have the time and you wanna watch this video to see how you can transform your life physically and mentally, where you feel like you're chasing your potential and you just feel a little stuck right now and you need this kind of kick in the ass, then stick around. But if you can't stick around for 25 minutes, then again, come back, because this video it's a ton of value. It's gonna help change your life. So please sit back, enjoy, take some notes. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram, but please watch this video and I'll see you inside. Welcome to the video. Quick little flex for you guys. Here is how I stopped living below my potential to building an X Factor physique and dream lifestyle that I'm proud of. I feel confident without BS fitness approaches, roids, and relying on motivation. And yes, you can transform your life in 120 days. However, expectations, you're probably not going to pack on 15, even 10 pounds in 120 days or pure muscle. But if you have the right systems and frameworks with your routine, your mindset, your habits, your lifestyle choices, your training, your performance, your recovery, then it's possible to build the momentum to help you get there in those 120 days. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about that. But real quick, before we kind of dive in, I was the skinny ginger kid. I was 145 pounds. I think I was 20 or 21 years old here, right here. It's crazy. And I wanted to, transform my physique and be confident in myself. But I put on muscle, as you can see here. I put on muscle. I could wear a t-shirt like, oh, maybe the guy works out. But at the end of the day, I had bad habits. I was not disciplined. I was always trying to find motivation to keep going. I was self-sabotaging myself nonstop. I had terrible emotional eating patterns and habits in my lifestyle. And I could never lock in. I was just looking at this guy in the mirror and I was not proud of him. And it sucked. And eventually I just recently turned 30, but I think I was 29 here in this photo. And I flipped the switch and I broke it. I built my dream physique and lifestyle, and I'm finally chasing my potential. And nothing in life is linear, but I feel good now. And I've finally kind of figured it out for myself. And I want to share with you guys how I did it. You might be thinking, how? Well, throughout all these years of me working out, I finally built this kind of two-step method inside the Unique Male Performance Program, character rebirth and lifestyle optimization. I'm going to be talking about this here in a bit. But some things we focus on is reverse and flexible dieting, hypertrophy training, and the 13 rules for a winning mindset, because mindset is everything as well when it comes down to transforming your physique and your lifestyle. So to this day, no roids for me. You can do it naturally. You just need to set up your fat loss and your growth phase correctly. Also, I didn't try many diets. I stuck to the basics. I learned how to optimize the approach, and everyone is just trying to sell you the fancy new diet and plan. And I get it, because it's sexy and it's new and maybe people try certain things and it works for them. But if you feel like you've tried other things, I just personally, for me, I can't stick to something that's kind of like a different approach. Like if I'm trying to look 5 to 10 years down the road, and if I can still continue to stay in good shape. And I'm going to show you how I did that in this video. But again, the real reason why I can never level up my physique and create a balanced approach was because I was training without intention, eating without purpose, lacked good lifestyle habits and choices, all while self-sabotaging myself. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, I tried to get in shape, or you were, but you fell off. You can never lock in. Maybe you hit a plateau and you just feel stuck right now. I totally get it. But you might be thinking, dude, I need good genetics. I need roids. I need some weird random approach, be gifted, more time. The list goes on. No, you need a system. What gets measured gets managed. You're going to hear me say that a few times in this video. But here's some of the boys I've worked with: Shane, Tyler, another Tyler. Amazing results. And the best thing is once they started to chase their potential physically and mentally, all different areas of their life started changing: their careers, their relationships, all for the better, which is amazing. So if it works for them and it's worked for me, something I've built, it can work for you too. Okay. So real quick, before we kind of get into everything, is this for you? You have to figure this out first before you watch the rest of the video. If you don't want to look average, you want to have a body that stands out and live up to your potential, then yes, stick around and watch this video. This, in my opinion, is maybe just an average physique. Some guys might think, hey, this guy's in good shape. That's totally okay. But if you're here and you want to actually see visible abs, some bicep veins, you wear a t-shirt, you're like, oh my gosh, like the t-shirt looks good on you, and you take off the t-shirt and you look amazing, then you're in the right place. You don't need to be a roided out bodybuilder to be considered in great shape. But again, this is where I have to paint a visual to show you. If you're kind of chasing this and you want to live your dream lifestyle, you want to just physically and mentally, you want to feel good, you want to feel more confident, then you're in the right spot. And a few other notes on as well. I mean, if you want to finally rip off your shirt, like what I was saying, in public and be proud of the body you built, showing off lean, visible abs, this is for you. If you're just sick and tired of seeing your body in the mirror when you get out of the shower and you know you're capable of more, this is for you. You want to chase your potential physically and mentally, and you want to get unstuck from your bad habits, this is for you. You want to learn how to incorporate fitness as a lifestyle, this is really important. Adapt healthy habits and choices to break free from binge eating, to sustain energy all day, then this is for you. And also learning how to like eat out and stay in good shape without like feeling guilty, this is for you. But if you're committed to making real change, stick around. You might be excelling in your career and you're very focused, but you feel stressed from work and dissatisfied with your physique, this is for you, okay? I still have to talk about this might not be for you, because this program's philosophy, systems, and values will help you build discipline and consistency in your day-to-day routine. However, if you're not willing to put in the work, please, my man, just leave this video and come back when you're serious, because I know I can change your life, but if you're not willing to do the work, it's not going to work. If you're just trying to get the abs and the bicep veins and throw it out the window, it's going to suck. You're going to rebound and yo-yo again. This is not going to work for you. If you don't care about sustaining fit, healthy lifestyle long-term, again, this is not for you. You just want to skip out on the work, try all the fancy new stuff, come back later, man, okay? But my goal for this video is to give you the truth. Most guys think you need like Greek god genetics, roids, or fancy new diets and programs, and they maybe try new programs and all these crazy diets, and they just keep beating themselves up, being like, I don't have these good genetics, and they give up. I don't want you to spin your wheels anymore. You don't need to live in the gym. It's a lifestyle, but you need to track your progressions, or you're going in blind. How do you know if you're actually making the right progress? Are you just looking at visual changes? Okay, that's great. But remember, what gets measured gets managed. You don't need to measure everything. Your food for the rest of your life, your workouts. But if you can do that in order to get to your goal, then you learn how to manage it intuitively. You're set. I'm going to also show you how to maximize your results faster with tracking your progressions. I'm going to show you how effective workouts that can get you to grow muscle in a targeted area. And also I'm going to show you flexible dieting is a great tool to learn. Oops, my bad here, guys. One sec. Until you hit your fat loss or muscle gain goal, and then we switch to intuitive eating. If you've never heard of intuitive eating or flexible dieting, I'll briefly explain this, but that's what I'm here for in this video, is to give you the truth and show you like this stuff can work. You don't need to spin your wheels. I won't let that happen to you. You don't need to be the guy who just quits on his potential. You don't need to be the guy like, well, I tried, and then you're 50 or 60s and you think back and think, well, that would have been great if I would have actually tried. You don't need to live a lifestyle that is boring either. Never going out or taking a food scale with you everywhere. Like, that's kind of lame. I still want you to go out. I can show you how I've been out, have a few drinks every now and then too, and like have fun and have some good food and still maintain my results and see good results. You need the right system. You need to get results and build your dream physique first, and then you can learn how to manage your results intuitively. Okay, real quick, my journey. I briefly talked about at the beginning, but I wanted to be aspirational, confident, jacked, chasing my potential, living my dream lifestyle, but I was not focused. ADHD was through the roof and didn't know how to deal with it. And Now I'm getting better at it. I'm more focused. I feel mentally clear. I'm on top of the ball. I started skinny. I was playing sports as a kid, lots of soccer. And then I got skinny fat due to poor lifestyle choices. I was smoking a lot of weed and drinking a lot in my early to mid 20s. Again, I was not clear on my goals, where I was going. There was no clarity. I had poor time management, addicted to cheap dopamine, like scrolling on my phone nonstop, trying to figure out things with my physique, and just wasn't working. I was smoking, again, way too much weed, got lazy, had toxic relationships, and watched too much porn. And that just ruined my brain, and I just felt so lost. I wasn't consistent in anything in my life, and it sucks. But I kind of broke free from that, and I found out who I was and what I'm capable of. And that's where it kind of transformed my life. I flipped the switch and I broke it. I created a lifestyle that I am proud of, with long-term results and balance. I became a 2x overall men's physique champion naturally. I put on 50 pounds of muscle. I proposed to my dream girl, quit my job to build the UMP club that raises the standards in how we think, act, train, and live as men. As you can see, I started networking. Christian Guzman, the owner of Alphalete, here's me competing. Here's me with Sammy having fun, having a few drinks. It's a lifestyle. Going to weddings. I feel a lot more confident in myself. I can speak to people and just live my dream life. I can kind of go up and just start talking from the top of my head. I mean, the ADHD kind of kicks in every now and then, but I feel a lot more confident in myself. And again, winning trophies and accomplishments and traveling the world and building my dream lifestyle. So that's just a little bit about me. But the unique male performance method, the UMP method, is what I built out and I've tested and trialed on myself for years. Okay, so I truly believe it'll help you get lean and build the muscle without doing the BS diets and workout regimens you see online. Okay, I've decided now to break it down for you for free because you deserve to live your life at your highest peak and potential. So let's break it down. I will show you all the steps in the entire process from A to Z, so that you too can try this method and feel confident, unstoppable, and actually like look in the mirror and think, what the F, man? Like, I got crazy results and I'm feeling good and confident about myself, okay? So here's the 3 key systems inside Character Rebirth that help me chase my potential. So accountability and mindset. I learned how to master my mind and create stakes and reward systems, which is really, really important because I feel like before I jumped into this, I had no clarity where I was going. I was just like eating like lots of food and working out like great. I was moving my body, but I had no clarity, and I was always self-sabotaging myself. So I need to work on my mindset. A lot of the times it's like, who am I right now? And who do I want to become? I had to get really, really clear on that. I had to understand my why. Why am I going to continue to show up when I don't see results? Why am I going to continue to keep doing this for a long period of time? I had to gain clarity around my goals and my vision, and the mindset and belief systems needed to change if I really wanted to win at this stuff and build a physique I was proud of and a lifestyle where I felt confident and in control. So that's the first key system. The performance and recovery is the next one. So do the simple tasks, but measure performance. What gets measured gets managed. I stopped going in blindly. I was going to the gym. I was going way too much too, and I was just working out, go. And I saw decent results, but then I just plateaued. I could never push through. I just didn't know if I was progressing or not. And like I had the newbie gains and then it died off. And I mean, the question I ask myself and I ask you is that why you haven't built your dream lifestyle physique? You just don't know how to track your progression? I think so. And I think that's why you're watching this video. And last, nutrition and lifestyle, really, really important. Eat for performance to see results, but I learned how to balance eating out with flexible dieting. Again, flexible dieting is like, I'm still going to enjoy myself, but I'm going to still look for the healthier options and lifestyle choices, but I'm still going to have some fun time to time, but I just need to measure it and I need to balance it. Most of the time I stick to single ingredient foods. These are power foods, single ingredient power food list I give all my guys. And these foods help me kick cravings, keep me energized and focused. I do track my macros, flexible dieting, intuitive eating systems. Intuitive eating systems is like using your intuition. Like I think on this plate, there's probably 40 or 50 grams of protein. Let's add, a little bit more of XYZ to up my protein. It's a lifestyle. It's not a race or a challenge. And these are the 3 key systems inside Character Rebirth that I applied. So phase 1 is Character Rebirth. In order to live a lifestyle chasing my full potential physically and mentally, I needed to reprogram my mind first to become the man that is needed to live that lifestyle, aka character rebirth. So this is what I did exactly to stop living below my standards. Okay, so here's me making content. Here's me talking about different fears. These are my YouTube videos. So phase 1, character rebirth, mindset and accountability. I defined what success meant to me, not being defined by others. Lifestyle design worksheet. So I created a worksheet, and I give this to my guys as well. But here's me like thinking about the life I want to build with my fiance or future wife, how I want my kids to look at me, how I want my parents to view me, and my community. And I just want to be a proud father, a brother, a mentor, a coach, and husband later down the road. Here's me, working, staying focused on the vision and the clarity, but here's me having fun, building my physique, because I believe a successful man knows what he wants, know where he's going, he has fun while he's doing it. Here's me having fun, living a lifestyle, having toys, traveling, staying lean with my wife. So I kind of created this like vision board, and that's really important. But I created a morning routine and an evening routine. The term eat the frog kind of came into play not too long ago, which is doing the hardest task first thing when you start your day to build momentum. Because me having ADHD and just kind of like having a hard time getting things done, the term eat the frog came in, and it's really helped me. Created 13 rules for a winning mindset. These are the values that I live by to succeed. I share with everyone inside the program. Again, you create your own 13 rules that you can live by, but I truly want you to totally live by these rules and look at them every single day and ask yourself, am I living up to these rules? I built my discipline through mind and body, cold showers, food and workouts tracked, time management, created high standards for myself and stakes as well, and clarity around my why and vision. That's a huge one. I think a lot of the time you're just not thinking about where you're trying to get to or the lifestyle you want to live. And then when things get hard, you give up. So character rebirth, mindset and accountability is huge. So that's what I did. Also performance and recovery for phase 1, character rebirth. I tracked my workouts with linear progression training systems. So I developed the UMP 3-stage fat loss and muscle growth system. So how it really works is metabolic priming is the first stage, acceleration, and then the last phase is the reverse boss mode. So when guys come into the program, and what I did for myself is I started tracking all my progressions to collect enough data on how my body was performing, and then I changed things when necessary. Too many people drop their calories too quickly, or they change their routines too fast, do too much cardio, when you need to like get the metabolism firing up properly, eating the right foods, sleeping right, managing the stress. And then acceleration is once you kind of collect enough data, you build the discipline and consistency, then you speed up the process by either increasing the cardio output or decreasing the input, the amount of food you're putting in your body, and changing things up. And then this works for fat loss phase or growth phase. And once you get lean enough, then you can do the reverse diet, which is building up your calories slowly to make sure you stay lean. You can eat more food, and then you build muscle. And if you're trying to build muscle right now, you can apply the same system. So that's what I created for performance and recovery. I accepted that monotony was a part of the process, and that's just monotony is like doing the same thing, the tedious task over and over again to see the results. I think a lot of the time people are just trying to change things too frequently, and then they wonder why they don't see any results. And that's just a part of the process, and it works. I learned how to build effective mesocycles, and what I mean by that is phasing things properly within my training and my nutrition, with vacations, etc., going out on a date or going out with my buddies, carb cycling, reverse diets, diet breaks to get lean and jacked. I tracked my sleep, pumps, satiety, stress, soreness, and motivation. And again, what gets measured gets managed. And that's how I started to see amazing results with my body. Again, here's what I put in: what gets measured gets managed. Okay, it's really, really important. Now, nutrition and lifestyle. This is a huge one as well. Okay, I stopped having protein bars and shakes daily. I only usually have those when I'm traveling or I'm pretty busy. I was having a lot of it. I just was like, it's just protein. And I kind of looked soft. I didn't look dense. I didn't really have the best strength or energy. And that's when I kind of started to figure out sticking with single ingredient power foods helped me tremendously. So again, I still have great protein isolates. I'm sponsored by Belief Supplements currently right now. There's a lot of great products, but supplements should be there to supplement your journey, not to fix your problems. But again, I tracked macros until I reached my fat loss goal or appearance, my weight or appearance or muscle gaining strength goal. And then I switched to intuitively eating, finding healthier options, but still having treats, 80-20 splits. If you've heard of that, like 80% healthy food in your daily caloric range, and then 20% fun food. I figured out how reverse dieting works, and this is key to like staying lean and eating lots of food. And I use carb cycles and refeeds to my advantage. So for example, if I'm going out on a night out, I'm going to save my carbs for later in the day, keep my protein fats a little bit higher through the beginning of the day to keep me full and satiated. And then because usually eating out, you'll find that it's higher in fats and carbs, but carb cycling works great as well in a fat loss phase. And you can utilize carb cycling to maintain your muscle tissue in a certain area. And then you decrease your carbs throughout the week because carbs are not really necessary. They're great for performance recovery, but carb cycling works really, really good and something I would highly suggest. So that's what I learned in phase 1 and creating phase 1 character rebirth. So phase 2 is that lifestyle optimization. I mean, after putting myself through multiple fat loss and mental, physical growth phases in character rebirth, it's been easy for me to maintain my results. Lifestyle optimization was kind of created so that I would not track food like a robot and continue to do cardio all day long to stay lean. This is like the phase if you can get to when you hit your goal, you look in the mirror and you know that you don't have to track your food as often, and taking a break from the gym is not going to hurt you. Like, this is the ideal lifestyle right here, lifestyle optimization. I learned how to travel and stay lean without tracking my foods. Learned how to take breaks in order to maintain my results in the long run without falling off track. And I learned how to balance food without emotionally eating. So, and just the outcomes real quick for it. I mean, I built and maintained my dream physique, sub 13% body fat year round for me. I've never really been over it. I have visible abs and bicep veins year round. I became the guy with like the no quit mentality. I learned how to keep my standards high and stay disciplined and not motivated because character rebirth taught me that. My confidence increased. I found my future wife, quit my job to chase my goals, and I traveled the world and stayed lean, man. I learned how to develop fitness as a lifestyle and not a rigid approach, and I finally unlocked the perfect balance physically and mentally. So again, there's 2 phases: character rebirth, lifestyle optimization, but within the training and stuff, there's those 3 stages within the performance recovery that's going to help you tremendously. So at the end of the day, the goal is to make training, nutrition, and mindset into a lifestyle. This is really important. We're on a mission to build a new breed of man. At the UMP Club, we're focused, we're disciplined, hard to miss. You won't find us cutting corners or chasing trends or waiting for motivation. We build habits that hit harder than hype. We train, eat, and live with purpose, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So this isn't just about, getting jacked, though I mean, we do that, but it's about becoming a man with the edge, presence, power, and standards, the kind of people notice without saying a word. So we're here to unlock our potential physically, mentally, and in life. And we're doing it together. No ego, no excuses, just high-performing guys pushing to be uncommon in a world addicted to the average. So if you're about that, then just watch to the end. I mean, if you're watching to this moment right here, I appreciate you, and hopefully this helps you out. But now that you understand kind of how this process works and what we're about as a club, I have an offer for you. I mean, if you're just tired of being out of shape, you feel stuck with getting leaner, you're not growing any muscle, you had enough with yo-yo diets and fall back into bad habits, and you're ready to chase your potential physically and mentally, because you know that when you change your physique, it's going to do other amazing things for you in your life, with maybe your relationship, with your career, because you learn how to do hard things physically and mentally, and the other hard things in life become easier. You're wanting to increase your confidence and get abs. You're wanting to unlock the perfect lifestyle of physical and mental freedom, and you want that long-lasting results that you're proud of, then, dude, I honestly think the UMP program is going to be a great fit for you. But in order to make sure, please click the link down below. You'll be able to book a call with me and we'll have a chat and we'll just see where you currently are and see how I can help you. And by all means, I can answer all your questions. We can come up with a game plan and kind of talk about how this process will work for you. And of course, talk about the investment and make that work for you as well. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you out, and I'm happy to make more videos like this as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. And if you want to get started, click that link down below. Let's book a call and we'll chat. And make sure you follow me on Instagram for daily stories and valuable videos that you can kind of keep up with what I'm doing and kind of following my journey. So appreciate it. See you around.